Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Thanksgiving time, and I just wanted to share with you just some things that have been impressed upon my heart. And as we are packing up, moving the house, you probably see the boxes and stuff in the background. Came across an article, and a lot of times when you hear things over and over and over, I think that's the Lord trying to get your attention. When you hear things in groups of three, to me, I've read an article. I watched an Instagram post by a pastor, Trent Tribe, I think is the name of the Instagram channel. And then we had an encounter today. So I'm going to get into what the difference between being thankful for and thankful in, just to give you something to think about while we're going through the holiday season. So the first thing that came across that really impressed upon me was this article that I read, and it was entitled The Gratitude Shift, going from grateful for to grateful in. And the whole premise of the article was basically changing your mindset from, a lot of times we are thankful for things and it's after the event has happened. I'm thankful for whatever happened in your life. And a lot of times it's the positive things, but the article is trying to get a paradigm shift kind of in your mindset, that while you're going through trials and tribulations, difficulties, or while you're in the middle of something like us with the house and being thankful for the sale of the house, but also being thankful in the moments when things aren't going your way. And it's that shift in your mindset of seeing difficulties in your life happening for you and not to you. Being grateful in doesn't deny reality. It doesn't dismiss the pain that you're going through. It turns in from a why me scenario to a why not me. When we open up ourselves to being grateful in the situation or in the circumstances, we open up ourselves to the paradoxes of life, the joy and the pain, the victories and the losses. Gratitude in these moments isn't about liking the hardships, but finding grace within those hardships. So as we are finishing Thanksgiving and heading into Christmas, it's just a good reminder. And the video that I was talking about earlier kind of went along with this. And let me just share that video with you.
Psalm 145:3 says that we can't even understand how great that God truly is. As you know, yesterday I was with a team of ours from the church up in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Operation Christmas Child Processing Center. And there was a lady that had come in by herself, and so they put her with our group. Well, after working really hard for several minutes, I looked over and she was just lifting her hand, praising God. She wasn't drawing attention to herself, making a scene. She was simply praising God. Worked real hard for several more minutes, looked over, and there she was, stopping again and praising God. This went on every few minutes for several hours, so finally I said, "Tell me your story." She said, several years ago, I was diagnosed terminal. She said, I made some changes, changed my diet, some other habits. But one of the things I started doing is just praising God, because I realized how precious every minute of life is. And I just wanted to give God thanks and praise for life. Now she's been given a clean bill of health. But here she is, even though her storm has passed, and she is still stopping and giving God praise for the life that she has. Oh, and it really spoke to me, because I realized, how often have I give my storm more attention than I have my God? When's the last time that we acknowledge God more than the trouble? Because when we begin to acknowledge God more than the storm, we are acknowledging the one that can calm the storm. Whew, be encouraged today.
So as you saw in that video, you see the shift of going through it, but also not forgetting what you've gone through and being grateful in every circumstance. Every test that you have that comes against you is going to turn into your testimony. And things don't actually happen to you, they happen for you. And one of the other instances was today. We had a family come by. They are purchasing some of our furniture. We put it on Facebook Marketplace, and they're from Old Fort, North Carolina, which was tragically hit from Hurricane Helene. And just hearing her talk and what she is thankful for and being thankful in, that her house was spared. They had some roof damage, but they still had a house. And that's the one thing that she said when they're buying the furniture. So we started giving them stuff like, hey, do you want this end table? Do you want this? Just because of what they've gone through. And I think being thankful in those circumstances helps you to identify that when you come out of those circumstances, it's also a testimony for others, and the positivity, and just knowing that life is happening to you, it's also happening for you, and the lessons that you can learn through all those circumstances. And I know it's hard. It's not easy, especially when you're going through a Thanksgiving season right now. It's easy to be thankful for all the positive stuff, but I think when you look back on life, it's some of the trials and tribulations that you went through that you learned the most and helped you to grow the most, so that those trials and tribulations work for your good and not against you. So I hope this was encouraging to you. Sitting in front of the fire today, it is really cold outside, and I appreciate you guys watching. We're going to continue to pack up and keep you guys updated. But in this Thanksgiving season and transitioning into Christmas, just look for those opportunities throughout the year that you can be thankful in, not just thankful for. So hopefully this has impacted you. Article, video, and then a real life encounter with somebody who's in the middle of still getting through the Hurricane Helene, and I hope that it's encouraging you. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.